No, I used to. I've been on
Do I
Twitch in a
do I
minute.
even need Ultra? That's the question. Do I need Ultra right now?
I stopped because I like Twitch. Like, don't go nowhere. I stay saying YouTube is a better streaming platform. Niggas don't believe me, but YouTube you'll actually get new viewers. Twitch you don't.
I'm not gonna do Twitch. I'm gonna just do YouTube and Twitter. Because for some weird reason, Twitter gives
Twitter,
me more
yeah,
action.
Twitter actually, yeah, you'll get random people there. Like,
I live with that. I could actually live with that. I didn't like Twitch anyway. They let too many rapists on there. Am I wrong?
answering that. It was just
Got
as planned, Robert.
got grown women out there, groping men live on Twitch, live. She'll be back in a day. She'll what? Crazy. Plus, I don't even like Twitch. Twitch is kind of gross. Twitch is I kind of wish. I actually kind of want Twitch to die. Is that weird?
I say something crazy. No,
What?
no.
It's not that. It's really not that good of a platform. Are you live? I'll say it loud.
Yes.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna say it again. Twitch. I'm just kidding.
It's just as planned. Does theories count as a debate?
No, unless you want to debate somebody about a specific theory.
I think Waterboy is definitely the main villain.
No, you see, chat. He got that from me. I started that. Me.
It was all a part of the plan.
Mr. Robert, sir.
Sick.
I just want to let you know that I really like that I got to trick you. So
Right
glad we
now,
had this
there's
time
not a
together.
single thing I
Robert.
can't do.
Yo. How nice of you to join us.
God, that is it's so stupid.
All
What
right.
the F?
I guess I'll just have like gameplay in the background.
Oh, I see what you mean by the vertical. And that's dumb.
You knew exactly what she was doing. I just can't prove it. Yo, this video is really good. This nature video was really good. That shit cracked me up. This shit was actually peak. All right, sir. Where do you want to start? Let me know when you're ready. Robert. So,
Give me 1 second. I'm about to start in like a minute. I'm just getting my thing done now.
scan over there. Stands. But I can fix her.
I'm dead. To use dual output, you must stream to one horizontal, one vertical. It is one horizontal, one vertical. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're both bad choices, to be honest. Like, neither one of them you're gonna last long with.
For which one?
Blonde Blazer or Invisigal. They're both horrible choices. Like,
Wait, why is it not letting me?
retrospectively, if you were to date either one of them, it wouldn't last long. They're both horrible.
Why is it not letting me?
Nah, because why is Malevola not an option? Yo, it's good, Zeno.
Mr. Kuma is saying to use dual output, you must stream to one horizontal, one vertical platform.
Sir, I have no idea.
Is it not? Is it letting you stream to more than one platform right now?
I'm not even trying. Just,
Oh, you're just doing solely YouTube.
yeah, yeah. Yo, Chase is my nigga. Chase is my nigga, yo.
What the f,
This is a
man?
bitch. You drugged him. Yo. Ew. Emo bastard. I forgot you could recruit phenomenal. Can I spend? All right, y'all. We're gonna have to really delve into Water Nigga here on why exactly he is in fact. But I also want to talk about Nature 904's video because I want to make my own video on this. I literally thought about this video like 3 days before he made it, and then I saw it on the algorithm. I was like, fuck. I was just talking to Berserk about this. Why this is actually true. Like, this is a W video. I mean, W for this guy using Walking Dead clips to begin with. That made me 100% more into this shit, but he's not lying. Like, a lot of people, and this is where gaming really does kind of expose people, especially this generation, where it's like, they will 1000% give you a toxic option on purpose just to see the majority of humanity pick it. But in actuality, if you were to date Invisigal, you wouldn't be happy. Sure, you would probably get your rocks off once or twice, but after that, bro, once the sexual value is gone, bro, it's just down shit from there, bro. Like you said, rule, red flag one. You got the physical abuse. He's totally right about that. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and give him cool points for that because he's not wrong. Right. Hello? Yeah, you downstairs? Alright, coming. Alright, hold on. Pizza comes at the perfect timing.
Hi guys, it's your boy Hoshi Wolf back again with another vid. We're gonna cut the music now. I'm with the boy Kaizen Kuma. Are you there, Kaizen? Hello? He should be there. Give me one sec, guys. Kaizen, you there, man? Hello? Uh, uh, actually, you know what, guys? I'm gonna give me one last second.
Second, Hoshi, I gotta go downstairs. Back in the day when pizza used to come upstairs to your house.
Give me a minute, guys. Sorry about this. All right, guys. We're gonna get started now. Um, uh, guys will be back, but while he's away, I'm gonna be basically going over what this stream is gonna be about for the evening. Essentially, this live stream is gonna be about me and Kaizen going over what the predictions we have for episode 7 and 8 for Dispatch, the game that's been hitting the basically the Telltale fan base world by storm. If you haven't been watching any type of Dispatch gameplay, or if you haven't been playing the game at all, or if you haven't heard news about it, I mean, one, you're living under a video game rock, but just for the sake of the matter, if you don't know, I'm going to give you a short, sweet recap. Dispatch is a game about, oh god, the main character, and I'm drawing a blank. I'm like literally, I'm about to talk about him, and then I literally drew a blank on the dude's name. Robert Robertson. It's not Richard. Robert Robertson, who is currently Mecha Man. He is the character who is essentially a human in a robot suit, and he's basically trying to save the world. You know, like normal superheroes, protected the average citizen, all that goodish, yada yada yada. And his suit went through an accident, and now he's at a call center to basically have people go and or dispatch center to have the previous villains who are now heroes go and do certain duties that need to be done throughout the city. Overall, the game is very insightful and how it kind of talks about the different ways that heroes are kind of essentially more than just one dimensional. It's just the same thing with villains too. And it basically kind of goes over, you know, if you're able to make a change in general, and two, if you're a villain or I guess a bad person in a more general, universally connective way, a person who is not, you know, doing the right thing, not making good choices, not trying to do better, can they do that? Can they become a better person? And so far, the game has been hitting us at a lot of different points, especially at the points of if we are able to, you know, see where we're making mistakes and be able to confront them and be honest about it. But right now we're on episode 7. We're going to be going up. Sorry, we're on currently episode 5 and 6 that has been released. So we've had 6 episodes released of the game that have been following Robert in his journey of not only rebuilding his robot, but also being able to make a team, and by extension, I'd say even a family, with the Z team who he dispatches to these different locations. And 7 to 8 right now are kind of, I think we just got the trailer for it. It's supposed to drop on Wednesday. But Kaz and I, we're going to be going over our predictions based off all the episodes we've seen, as well as what we believe to be in, the main villain Shroud. Kai's went to go get some pizza, but while we wait, I have some of his gameplay, which he gave me consent to actually play. I'm not play, but actually showcase as we talk about the game in the background. So in general, one thing I want to say is that this game really draws home, to, at least for me, what it means to be a full-fledged person who has background issues, needs to be better individual, the whole 9 yards. And I think that basically this game, to me, hits better on so many of those topics compared to other games that kind of flounder with not only like actual multi-layered complex character motives and like personalities, but also it kind of touches upon like the ideology of making good decisions for bad reasons or making bad decisions for good reasons and everything in between, because these are characters who are honestly people who make mistakes on the daily, have issues, and maybe have somebody they care about, but they're not able to fully be honest with them to the extent that they should to be able to properly care about them as in the right way. Um, and I think one thing I want to really just note, or really push home for the
Right.
viewers for the stream, is that Dispatch so far has been hitting all these points. It's been giving you complex characters. It's been talking about the deep ideologies of heroes and villains, and also just giving you an insight on how we can become better people as a whole.
All right, Mr.
Um,
Hoshi, you done setting up?
yes, sir. I was just giving them a synopsis. If the viewers who are watching the stream don't know anything about Dispatch, which, like I said to them earlier, if you've been if living under a rock, if you haven't, but I give them a brief synopsis. So right now, like I said, we're on 7 to 8. We're about to be on 7 to 8. We just got an official trailer released 4 hours ago. Kaizen and I are going to watch it a little bit later in the stream, but we're going to give our initial predictions. Kaizen, I want you to go first, big dog, especially with your thumbnail that you that you put many hours into.
So, Dispatch is probably one of the, I'll say, most interesting games I've played in a while. And with the last 2 episodes coming out this Wednesday, we decided to throw out some theories. And one of them that Hoshi came up with was basically like, what if Waterboy is actually fucking, what's his name?
Shroud.
Shroud. Like, what if Waterboy is Shroud? And to be honest, I didn't think about that. I thought it was a far-fetched, ridiculous concept. But like, what if? And picture this. Follow me here. What if you're sitting there and you're in the middle of a cutscene, and the screen is dark. There's like smoke everywhere. A bomb just went off, and Waterboy's just standing there. And the shroud that they caught was just like a robot on some Slade Teen Titan shit. And he's like, "What's going on? I don't understand." And then Waterboy just like claps two of the villains with like some water style shit, and he's like, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't think that you'd fall for that, but this was all a part of my plan." like, on some moderate shit, on some moderate Toby shit. Like, what if he just did that? And I think,
Oh
honest to
my
God,
god.
that would probably be one of the best like outcomes you could probably like pull up with. So that's one of my theories. I also think Invisigirl might be working undercover for Shroud just because she never had that chance. And it just, I don't know, it's a bit off. Like, I don't know. How did she just know where the fucking thing was, you know? Like, oh, well, I had my contacts and I just so happened to find out. But then it's like, I don't know. It just seemed too coincidental. Plus, her character is very rash and like, I don't know. Her character seems too 360 out of nowhere. Like she tried to be good too much on some Terra shit from Teen Titans. She can be red flag, so I don't know. But what do you think?
I think that she definitely has something to do with Shroud for sure. I think the fact that we have the bar fight, and the guy, even though he was being a weirdo to begin with, came up to her and said, "We have some business with you. Like some people are looking for you." I think that had to do with Shroud, especially when you look at it from a perspective of, um, like Kaizen just said, she's being way too okay with Robert way too quickly. Like I know Robert was trying to give her a chance, but even still, it felt like she was almost like doing some redemption type ish for like something that she knew she did was wrong. Also, in general, like if you go back to the bar scene with the after the guy picked her up and said some people want to find you, the whole bar after Robert woke up was full of, oh my god, what are those guys called? Red circle, red ring people, whatever the group is that
The Red Ring.
works under under Shroud.
The Red Ring, yeah.
Yeah. So like, why is it all of them are there coincidentally, and then you have Invisigal being gripped up by a dude saying, "We've been, some people want to talk to you, some people want to see you." That to me just is like way too coincidental of an occasion for both things to happen in the same bar. For me to be like, yeah, nothing's going on here. That's too odd. And then on top of that, you have basically, like Kaiser said, the location of the oh God, whatever that ish is called, to power up his suit, and she just knows it off rip, and she just seems a little like way too like adamant about getting it. Like she just met Robert. Like this isn't like a situation or relationship that like has been going on for months or maybe even a year. She literally just met this man and she's willing to risk it all to get it for him. That's weird to me.
All right. I don't believe she's sentimental enough to be like, oh, he gave me a chance, so I'm gonna go get his suit working. Like, nah, bro. I doubt it.
So I think she has some demons in her closet for sure. Just a question of like what demons are they? And speaking from romantic characters, I'm gonna want to pivot to Blonde Blazer. I also feel like she has some stuff to do with not necessarily Shroud, but maybe the backstory of maybe Robert's dad, because it just seemed like every time she brought up Robert's dad, she had like a reaction, and then also in general, like she seemed just like Invisigal to some extent, way too okay with like Robert. Like she like was way too into him way too fast. Like even off rip when they first met and he went in for a kiss, this woman has super speed. You're telling me that whole 7 seconds of him leaning in his head, you couldn't have backed up? All right, bro.
And she basically scouted him. Like, why him? No one else in this entire like multiverse gives a damn about Robert now that his suit isn't there. I'd argue everybody is like calling him a loser now that he lost it, which is pretty realistic in a real sense. But
in the real world, yeah, Twitter would be giving him an effing field day.
Like she practically scouted this man just to found him. And it's like, we'll just get your suit back. Why? What do you owe, Robert? Like, what do you owe this whole thing? And I don't think it's just because dispatchers keep quitting left and right, because clearly she could do the job herself. She did it for a little bit, but I think there's more. I think there's definitely more.
I mean, I guess the only thing I can think of that can maybe be the reasoning behind her scouting him is because of our boy. Oh my God. I'm drawing blanks tonight, guys. I'm so sorry. Speedster guy.
Chase?
Yes, Chase. Because Chase told Blonde Blazer about him, I think. Because Chase said that I got you this job. That's why. So maybe Chase told her. Yeah, because I think what probably happened was Chase probably saw that Robert obviously was like, he had the press conference, as you can see in the stream. And Chase probably saw the press conference, probably said, oh, this boy is like really struggling. Let me go get him a job. And then probably told Blonde Blazer. And then Blonde Blazer was like, okay, let me go talk to him and see if he's a possible candidate for being part of the dispatch team. But still, my point stands that like, even if we want to take into account that Chase was the one that was the catalyst for this whole thing to occur, I still think it's odd that she was so okay with having him be part of the team. And also just allowing him to kiss her. Yeah, that to me is odd.
That's that whole segment we can get into versus the options between the two.
Yeah.
I think both of them are just horrible love interests in general.
It's way too quick.
Yeah, like, and I think I texted it to my homie the best. Like, Invisigal basically is a crash out. Is whimsical.
She's a whimsical crash out that like has way too many highs and way too many lows.
Yeah, she's not someone who's stable. Like, her emotions are completely random, subjective to the moment. So she's interested now, cool. but that's because Robert's a challenge, and everybody else around her either avoids her because they don't know how to deal with her, or they just don't have that type of chemistry. But since he's a challenge, she's interested. Therefore, that's something she wants right now. Because in her mind, she can't have it, right? Because he's a hero. Parentheses. It's like the
Mhm.
Black Cat, Spider-Man chemistry kind of thing. They want to see if they can twist you to their perspective. So I think she's a horrible reference. I think looks cool, but in long term, she would definitely fuck Robert's life up. Like,
Oh, Kaizen
absolutely.
Zeno said music is loud.
I think that was earlier. Maybe playing the jazz
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
But and what we can assume that these episodes have taken place within, let's say, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, this woman has caused this man more stress than the entire team single handedly.
That well,
Like
with the
single
exception of
handedly.
Flambe.
He's her flambe, but that's because they already have chemistry. Like that's
That's
hero
true. They
villain.
have
That's
background.
natural hero villain chemistry. Like
Yeah, that's true.
you live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's natural anxiety. Like he expected to be torched because he did something good in his past. That's like it comes full circle. But here, this random character that he has no prior chemistry is just doing shit that he constantly has to fix and clean up.
Yeah.
Then we got Blonde Blazer, and I got a list of problems with this one. Leading
I'm
on
dead.
the whole bar scene, like I said when it first started, and I went downstairs to get my drink. I was like, I gotta get a drink because this is way too many signs for just, oh, hey, I want to hire you and see if you're good for the job. Like, you could have just led with that. There's nothing wrong with drinking with coworkers. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I've done that before. It's cool. If you can do that with, both opposite sides of the sex without immediately jumping to conclusions. But the way she was moving was clearly like to coerce him. And I think she was
Yeah.
trying to use her charms, her feminine charms to like lead him on to get the job with the hopes that he might get her with the job, like as a benefit, which is a huge red flag since she's already in the relationship with Phenomenon. He didn't know it wasn't working out. At the time of it, she made it seem like everything was fine. Had she just been straightforward and just been like, it's not working out, you know what I'm saying? And then went, it would have been no problem. But while in the relationship doing that is insidious work. Even if they were
Also,
desperate for, dispatch worker.
I just think the fact that like she showed him her identity so fast.
Like what, episode 4?
Yeah, and like they had only known each other for like what, like let's be completely honest, and I'm gonna give them like even the most amount of time as possible, maybe a week.
Yeah.
And she's already like, if you go, no spoilers to you guys, but you guys are watching the stream about episode 7, 8, so like, come on now. If you guys watch the episodes, she literally, if you go down the romance route with her, she shows him who she really is under the mask and everything, and it's just like very quick. Like there's no build up to it, which goes back to Kaiser's points. Like the build up is like so inorganic that it's like kind of odd. Like she's way too okay with one allowing him to kiss her when she has super speed. Two, showcasing her identity when they just known each other for about a week. And three, going about getting Robert his suit to work again without knowing anything about Robert, without having any type of relationship with Robert, without knowing anything besides Chase's words, which you can take at face value for sure, but still that's one guy's words. Like even if Chase is a well-renowned hero who's retired, it's still odd that she was like so on it about getting him his suit back up, allowing him to kiss her, showing her secret identity, meeting this man in the locker room. What?
He even called it out
Something.
himself. It was like, I want to keep it professional. He's like, yeah, professional, but having me stripped in the locker room with just us.
Oh, that too. The scene where he literally she goes into the room with him, and she's like, "Oh yeah, like, should I leave? Why did you stay? You knew he had to change."
Yeah. It's
That's
not like
hilarious.
y'all are like longtime best friends. Like y'all been in the environment to the point where y'all been to the beach or like that's stuff that happens after years and years. You're just comfortable. It's like all right, but y'all met a day ago, and you comfortable watching them change? Like what? Did you want to see
Yeah.
what I was packing? Like
A lot of I wouldn't say red flags, but a lot of just like interesting signs along the road for sure.
I would definitely say
Um,
red flags.
okay. I mean, I don't want to say it's red flags, mainly just because like I think both of them are doing this out of some type of feeling of like civic duty. Like, they feel like they're not telling Robert something, and as a result, they're doing this as a way to like redeem whatever action or whatever thing they're not telling him, or feel less guilty about not telling him about.
I
Which leads into my
guess.
next theory is I think if Waterboy if is not Shroud, I think Shroud is Robert's dad. Wholeheartedly.
You think Shroud is Robert's dad?
I think Shroud is Robert's dad.
That's not a horrible theory, actually.
I think Shroud is Robert's dad, and I think the main reason Shroud is Robert's dad is because one, the original Shroud. If you look at the comics, I just learned that this morning. If you look at the original comics, Shroud actually was a scientist who was able to make or recreate the same energy source that was used for the Mecha Man suit. Robert's dad could never remake it. He was not a scientific man. He was only a mechanical guy. And you know that based off the interaction that Robert has with the big Kahuna dude. I don't remember that guy's name from episode 1, or episode 2 technically, because they're talking about the machine in more depth at that point. And basically, if you read the comic, he never got like Shroud was somebody who was able to who could recreate those type of energy sources. Robert's dad couldn't. So why All God's Green Earth would Shroud want to steal an energy source that he has capabilities of recreating or making again? That makes no sense.
True. Plus, he did just like die, and no one really has any evidence. I mean,
And there's also that the gap of information that both Robert and us, the player, as by extension, have on Robert's dad's actual death. Everyone keeps telling us he died, but we don't have anything else besides people's words.
all right.
And also, if you read the comics and go even further into the comics, Robert's dad is a bad person.
I never knew
He's
that.
not a he's not a nice guy.
I never
He
knew.
Yeah, he was not a nice dude. Like he was very cold. He was very demanding. Like he wanted Robert to perform at a higher level than he could, but even though Robert was a literal child, like Robert's dad was not a good dude. Like he wasn't. I don't know if I'd say he's peak a hole, but he was definitely like he was not. He was a cold hearted dude. He was a cold hearted guy. So you already have a person who, one, can't remake this thing that he needs to use his actual suit, even though technically, you know, he's supposed to be a scientist. And I'm talking about Shroud here. Then you got the same dude being someone who is already cold hearted because he's clearly playing or messing with Invisigal during the latest episode that we saw. And he also, obviously killed people, which is another thing too, but he was literally like messing with Invisigal, like effing with her while she was on death's door, essentially. And then on top of that, we have the mystery of Robert's dad. We don't know anything about what happened to him and his death, and we don't really know anything about Shroud. Shroud is a character that we just literally was presented to in episode 1. We got some background from in terms of the interview episode, and then that was it. There was no other kind of build up. Everything up until this point has been just us learning about the characters around us and how they are and getting characterization of them. Actually, we know so little about Robert's dad that people have been making theory crafts about what to take away from Robert's dad prior to reading the comics.
Yeah. I need to read the comics. I didn't even know this had a comic. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I think you can see the comic strips in the actual video game. But
Yeah.
yeah, so these are all things that come into play when I'm thinking about Shroud possibly being Robert's dad.
Yeah,
But the
maybe he's
biggest thing for
gonna.
me is just him not knowing how to recreate the power source for the mecha suit. That makes no sense.
Maybe he'll pop up like Vader. Like, I am your father.
Yeah, right, bro.
Or maybe he's like about to kill him and the mask slips off. That would like
Yeah,
crazy fuck up his development, like Robert's character development. He's like,
and I
no,
think that would
no.
mess up his whole ideology of what a real hero is.
Yeah. I hope that is the case actually. That would be pretty peak. Because then his whole
Yeah,
entire identity is gonna be like, what have I been fighting for all these years? Like
yeah. I was supposed to be like my dad was Mecha Man. I'm Mecha Man. Am I doing the wrong thing? Am I gonna end up like my dad?
give you that real Luke Skywalker treatment.
That's what I'm saying. Now, I will say though, I'm curious on your thoughts about the next episode. How do you think it's gonna play out in terms of what happened at the end of episode 6?
With
Chase.
Chase. I don't think Chase is dead. I know a lot of people saying he's dead. I don't think Chase is dead.
Why?
He's too good of a character. I think he passed out. I think he might die from being tired as fuck, but I don't think he's dead. He might be on life support, like a coma, but I don't think Chase is dead.
What do you see? What do you expect to see in episode 7 at the very least? Like, if you had to have some like points that you think are gonna hit for episode 7.
Um, I want to see who this mole is. I think genuinely, if it's not Invisigirl, I don't see it being anybody else. I don't see it being. I feel like it would be too on the nose to be the fire dude. Sonar is just a little drug dealer. He's too chill and laid back. I don't think this man's reporting to anybody.
I also think they wouldn't make Moist Critical a bad guy.
Yeah.
A mole.
Like, this is the report, dude. Like, he's just too chill. If anybody is like, I'm looking at the team right now. It could be Malevola. She's a little demon. Like, but the most self-serving person on that team is high key the fashion chick. So it could be her too. A couple of theories.
Mm.
I think they're gonna get the suit working. Let me see. Punch Up, Prison.
I kind of want to say and I'm gonna play devil advocate to your theory or your thought process. I kind of want Chase to die, not because I want him to die. I'm a preface chat. I don't want Chase to actually be dead. He's one of my favorite characters, but I want him to die solely for the sake of showcasing to Invisigal and to the audience who plays the game, the actual player base, that there are consequences to being reckless, to being somebody who's not taking the time to be a thorough hero. This is what happens when you think that you can just do things without thinking and without trying to be a person who, as Kaizen said earlier, has no impulse control. That's what happens. And I think that to me would push the narrative of in order to be a good person, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes work. You can't just metaphorically and literally bum rush a base and expect results. You have to put in time to be a better person. You have to be put in time to make progress.
Right.
So as much as I would hate for Chase to die, I think it would go along with the narrative so well.
It would. It might even change Invisibil's perspective.
So unfortunately. And I also feel like that will push Chase, not Chase, that will push Robert to be the hero that he needs to be. Because I think another thing is that this whole series has been about Robert kind of being like the villains in a sense. Like like the villains are going through a redemption arc in terms of becoming people who are not only a part of society, but someone who could uphold society. But I think on the other end of the spectrum, on the flip coin side, you have Robert, who's a good person, but he literally pulled Icarus and did what Invisigal did at the beginning. I mean, at the end of the latest episode, because Robert bum rushed the place. No reason why I thought he'd think that would work. So it's kind of like this whole full circle moment. Like at the beginning of episode one, you have Robert who bum rushes a building with all these villains, which he shouldn't have done by himself. Keep it a buck. You should not be doing that. That's a horrible thing to do, especially even if you're Mega Man.
Yeah,
Like,
no
you're
team,
not.
and he's like struggling with 1v1s. I don't know why the fuck he
Yeah,
went in there by himself.
what are you gonna like? Come on, bro. Like, and you don't know what they're packing. You don't know what kind of traps they have. You don't know what their powers are. Nothing. You went there by yourself. Mega Man suit. That's it. Not saying Mega Man's not that guy, but like on 1v1 maybe, but like a 1v5, nah, bro. You're getting clapped. Now you have the episode one, and then let's go to episode 6. This time, Invisigal does the same thing Robert does in episode 1. Thinks he can do this. I mean, thinks she could do this because it's the right thing to do, or she feels guilty, or whatever the reason is. She think that she could do this because in her own mind, that's a heroic action to do, regardless of what kind of heroic action it is. It's still to her heroic action. So you have this like flipped narrative now. Episode 1, you have Robert doing the exact same thing that Invisigal did in episode 6. But now Robert's in a different place. He's switched his perspective. He's no longer the dude who would do the same thing Invisigal did. And so this whole video game is showcasing Robert's journey from redemption of how he lost his Mega Man suit, because he lost his Mega Man suit by being reckless, by not being someone who thought properly, who took the moments to think point by point. So I think it's like actually a beautifully written, like woven kind of like cyclical thing. And now you, as the player, you get to make the choice of like, hey, Robert could tell Invisigal like, no, let's not do that right now. We got to plan stuff out. Because now you're making the narrative of Robert growing from his previous mistake, which led him to this moment to begin with, bum rushing a place by himself.
All right.
So I think after this episode where Invisigal is going to, maybe have Chase die or maybe not have Chase die, I'm assuming to some extent he's going to be like in a coma or possibly dead. You're going to have Robert finally come to terms with like all the mistakes that he has made, and learning through Chase's sacrifice what it means to be a hero who is willing to take obviously risks to help people, but also someone who thinks thoroughly and not do the same thing that he did, and by extension what Invisigal did. So I think I'm expecting to see that growth. I don't know how they're going to do it, but that's what I'm expecting to see. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a whole tangent, Kaizen, but
No, you're good. Hey, yo.
what?
I just saw a scene I didn't see because I didn't pick Phenomenon Man. Hey, fucking yo.
So
I think you're definitely right. I think the contrast between Robert's decisions then and Invisigal now is like, damn, I learned from this. Don't do this way.
yeah,
And
and he's
seeing
going to
that,
bestow upon Invisigal like, I made the same mistake you did. That's how I lost my suit. That's how I'm no longer a hero. That's how I fell from grace. And now I got to build myself back up. And he's like, he could tell her like, I don't want you to be that way. You were a villain. Now you have to build yourself back up from the beginning. And like, it's gonna suck, but you're gonna have to do it. And Chase will want you to do that. I don't know. That's my thought process here.
I totally, absolutely
But
agree.
so
And then I think they're gonna come together, and then whoop ass unless Mizgal is a traitor.
I think if Vezagal used to work for Shroud, and I think she left. That's my theory. I think that's what happened. I think she used to work for Shroud, and then she saw what Shroud was like, and I think she was like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to be with this guy. Like, I don't want to be associated with this dude. He's like actually like I'm a villain, but he's a villain." That's my theory.
Unless it's Waterboy. So sorry, sir. It was just as planned, Robert.
Sorry, Mr. Robert. I was just washing your windows, and I noticed how vulnerable you were.
What if he's Robert's brother? It's
I would be
like
mad. I would be mad, bro. I would
you've
actually be
always
fucking
had the
mad.
better side of the family. Starts crashing out.
I would be mad, bro. My only brother, and he spits out water from his mouth. Sick work. Bro is an effing walking, talking water fountain. Couldn't do it. I'd crash out. But yeah, check. Look. Like, who does this? Who meets somebody frame one and does this? Yeah, this will work. Who says that?
The face touch and
Look.
everything. The face touch and everything was sick. Word.
Like, what did she say? You didn't have the subtitles on. If I remember correctly, she said this will do.
This face will work, or this will do.
Yeah, something like along those lines. Like, who makes a face like that? What?
And then, oh no, that's not what this was. Like, bitch, do you see yourself right now?
You took off my mask, you crisped my face, and then you said this will work. Who says that? And that wombo combo 3-part extra. Crazy.
Like, I can literally see my reflection in your face. Like,
I can see my future. So, yeah. How do you feel about the characters in this game so far that aren't the main Invisigal, Blonde Blazer? Like, what do you think in terms of the direction that they've gone? How do you feel?
The other cast?
Yeah.
Decent. I think Waterboy, I keep bringing him up, but he's my favorite. Let's all jokes aside, look at his character. Like, I think the fact that he has the potential to be a hero, he just lacks confidence because of like his speech. He just screams of that weird awkward dude who's been bullied his whole life, who could probably be like super OP if he really wanted to, but just never had the confidence to hone his abilities because no one ever said he could. So I like the fact that they introduced that character and that you could actually like cater to that. Or you could look out for Superman basically and help him understand what it means to be human from somebody who isn't. He's the farthest thing from a human being. You can fly to the sun and come back. So it's very interesting. This whole show, like I said in my vid, is literally like a basic breakdown of the most realistic viewpoint of what it is like. God damn it, focus, Daniel. Focus on humanity. And depending on which route you take, you get to decide how you define what that version of humanity looks like. And that's what I think is super dope.
I will say, actually, I'm glad you hit this point. I wish this game had more consequences for actions. Sometimes I feel like they're just all the same thing. Like, you could do literally the same thing, and it won't make a difference unless it's part of the romance route.
I mean, I think they're micro changes because I'm looking at a video right now in the background while we're speaking for backdrop, and they're things they're not major changes. They're things you have to literally like hardcore pay attention to. Because some of them aren't that big. Some of them are little micro differences between characters in certain places, making certain mini interactions. Waterboy might talk to Invisigal more if you do one certain interaction, or they might never talk at all in some cutscenes. It's micro shit like that. It's like, oh, wow. It's not huge, but it's enough to kind of notice.
If
And
you what's that dude's name who's made out of like clay or like earth? I don't remember his name. You know what I'm talking about, right? The
nope.
guy who's literally like a golem.
Oh yeah, the lonely dude.
Yeah. If you do a certain mission with him, that has to do with a landslide, he actually absorbs the landslide and gets like a foot taller.
I'm fucking dead.
And he brings it up in a conversation with Invisigal.
I didn't know that. It's like micro shit like that. I think they definitely do need to do a better job of how they handle it. But overall, yeah, I've seen that face before. Ah! I'm sorry. Is that a world breaking moment? I've seen that face expression before. That's crazy. I think that they do need a like dispatch is basically dispatch, but I think, like I said in my vid, the pure amount of how good the story actually is, they need to lean more into that and less bullshit cutscenes. Like it was fun at first, clicking people here and there, funny interactions, clowning each other and shit, saving the day. It was kind of cool, but I feel like especially the last two episodes, it was literally 90% dispatch and then like 10% like cutscenes. And
Yeah,
most of those
it
cutscenes
was.
don't even seem to really affect the environment that much. Like it didn't change shit.
Yeah, I think one thing I wanted to see was, and maybe I don't know, maybe they'll do this for episode 78. Not prediction, guys, just a hope, where they let us do an interactive kind of thing with the dispatch building.
All right.
Like that'd be pretty dope. Where I can like walk around as Robert for like 1 minute
Yeah. And
and like talk to people, or like maybe interact with like a certain item in the effing building, and that you know does something.
they said they're thinking about doing the dispatch too. Thinking about it.
They should.
Um, I'm pretty sure this was just like an experiment to see what would happen. They didn't expect it to go as well. You can clearly tell the game isn't high budget whatsoever. Majority of the game's budget went to graphics and like cutscenes. Clearly,
Yep. Yep.
they cut a lot of corners. You can tell in some of the shading and like the way the game looks and the simple shit. Plus, it's 8 episodes. It's not long. I don't remember if. Well, yeah, I think a lot of Telltale projects were that long, but most of these shits were like 2 hours. Like you're playing Clementine and Lee and all these people 2 fucking 3 hours, and then the episode's done, and that's one episode. Here it's like 20 minutes, and then that's it. So,
Yeah, you're big chilling.
and majority, like I said, is sitting on the computer playing at a job, which is something else I don't like because I already have a job. At a certain
Why am I
point,
getting stressed?
yeah, like at a certain point, it turned into another job, and I'm like, bro, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's definitely. I will say for sure. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think it's one of those. This is clearly a test to see if this type of game would thrive, and I think that based off the numerous big YouTube content creators who have played this game, it's clearly done its job. Like it's showcased that it has potential, but it just needs to polish. It needs to do some polishing. It needs to make some more interactive pieces. It needs to make some variety in gameplay. Like right now, the only variety in gameplay you have is you either send Niglets to different jobs or you're hacking. That's it. So there needs to be some variety. There's got to be something to help make me like feel like I'm engaged with the game. And like I
Yeah,
said, that's like maybe going out and having them interact with certain buildings, certain parts of the world or parts of the city, because that's another thing. Like you want these people to care about this city, but why should I care about this city when I'm on a 3D grid and I don't even see the parts of the city that I'm protecting? That's I don't know.
bro. There's not enough world
Uh,
building,
Yeah,
but
that's that. I
hope
think that's his biggest thing. It's the story is 100% character driven, which is fine. to some extent because it gives you time to develop characters more than you would ever. But at the same time, the drawback is like it gets very. It feels the Dispatch is one of the few games I'll say it feels unrealistic real. Like it feels so embedded with characters that it doesn't even let you see the world around you. And that makes you feel like you're kind of just like in a room with somebody and like you will never go out this room with that one person. And that's an odd feeling. It's a really odd feeling.
Hopefully they do another season. They mentioned it, but I definitely think that they should. But this time take the full Telltale approach and just really have us walk around with some of these characters. Like let us play Invisigal. Like I'm not saying we gotta go Mary Jane, Spider Man route. That would really
Even though
be dope. I think that would,
yeah.
I think they have the budget for it, but you know, more effort. Now that they see that this game really is big and allegedly they're making a show about it. Hopefully it comes out to the scale of what you call it, Invincible.
Just don't drop it on Amazon Prime for the
Yeah.
love of God.
It took
Please
like
don't.
20 years to come out, but
Like golly. Give it
every
Netflix, please.
everybody's wondering like what's gonna happen, who's Shroud. Like I didn't even know people other had theory videos. But right on the money, this is
Yeah,
good.
bro.
I'm gonna try to see if I can drop this by tomorrow. But
That's what I'm saying, bro. This people have been doing theory crafting. Like
yeah. I like we need season 2, bro. I'm not ready yet. We need season 2 now. Like they got
yeah.
cast interviews, like they're feeding into this shit, and it's good when the studio has more views than the actual subscribers. Like you're a new starting studio. No, I've never heard of ADOC or whatever.
Never. Never a day in my life.
Never a day in my life. I don't know. Like 10 months ago, that was Dispatch, and I remember seeing this on TikTok, and I was dying because that shit looked funny as hell. Like the superhero decisions. It
Yeah.
was one of the chase scenes. I was dying because like, dude, who speaks like that? It's like so blunt, so don't give a fuck. Like only on Invincible do you really see some shit like that. But I think we need season 2. I'm curious to see what happens at the end, and definitely gonna start making a lot of retrospective videos because I feel like this game is one of those games you can look at from a simple pick up play, like it's funny, haha, they're cursing, and then you could also look at it from like a real deep like life standpoint. Like this shit teaches you everything. Like it really gives you an educational viewpoint on life. Not to
Yeah.
some crazy, crazy deep philosophical view, because everything is subjective to how you look at it. But even the simplest of shit, like how to pick love choices, the decision making between right and wrong, like how things affect later decision makings, and not just in the Invisible Girl will remember that sense, like in the literal, oh shit, this has consequences way. Like I just think that is very interesting, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah. Did you have any more predictions or theories before we
Nah, I'm ready to see this I want to see this finale trailer. I want to see what it looks like.
all right. Cool.
Let's see.
All right. I'm ready.
1 second.
Oh man.
Where is it?
Let me know if you need me to send you a link.
I just saw it earlier.
I just sent a link to you.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Shit.
Head ass.
Whoa.
That is some peak voice acting.
Well, okay, I see you, Water Boy.
Bro has the same exact plot line from Incredibles. Do you know? Remember what you told me? Like Waterboy wanted to be a sidekick once upon a time.
Okay, I'm gonna rewatch that again. That was crazy.
You said go home, buddy. I will pay somebody to draw Waterboy with the meme.
With the suit.
Yes, the
suit
look
from
up. Yes.
Yeah. That actually cracked me up. That would actually crack me up. And then Phenomenon Man.
Oh my god. Aaron Paul and
So-
Nora Bailey.
I'm rewatching the trailer. All right, so one thing I want to note going from the beginning. I'm assuming that this first shot is of him after the incident with Chase. I don't know if you're watching it, the very first scene that plays in the trailer again. He's in the car.
Oh, the head ass car scene. I'm gonna find it. I'm hearing it, but I'm not seeing it on the screen.
Yeah, I played it again. Can see? I'm gonna play it again, guys. Chat. Oh, Blonde Blazer offers statement on Harbor incident. Okay, so so clearly bad stuff happened. So that means it's drawing attention to Shroud. I don't know if they were going to disclose if it was Shroud or not, because I don't think we've ever since that first episode we got any information about Shroud besides that one reporter who was an a-hole. It'll come as no surprise that he was willing to put himself in danger to help a. So it looks like on the screen that Blonde Blazer's talking about Chase.
Then we have. I guess they all want her out. I don't know why. That like
Blonde Blazer offers statement on Harbor incident. Yeah.
they all seem like they're having a meeting on kicking Invisible Girl out.
Well, yeah, because she's the only one that's not there.
I guess they feel betrayed because, like, damn, we finally came together as a team, and you pull some shit like this. Damn, bro, we want you out.
Yeah. You made us look bad. She feels bad, which goes back to your theory about, possibly going through the redemption.
Okay. It looks like
They-
now that they have the equipment they need and stole from Invisible, that the city's turning rampant, so I'll go all out.
Go all out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Guess I'll go all out for a change.
Bring the fight to them and make them pay for what they did. Don't get hurt. That's cool. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bro, has blood on his body. Like, is that blood?
I think so.
And you got her flying out. I'm assuming she's going to go save the people. This is
looks
Shroud's
like-
team.
Blonde Blazer got a little power up. See her
Yeah.
eyes glowing. She locked in. She hit the Bonkai.
Yeah, the Banyan.
Heroes of the past. Mega Man. It's so cool,
Waterboy
bro.
is really
He's
selling it
so
today.
cool, bro. Nigga aura farming his ass off, bro.
He really is, bro. He really, really is. Um, so yeah, a couple things, chat, that I really think is going to push what my predictions are. I think for one, I think the prediction that Kaiser and I both said with Invisigal feeling remorseful about her actions, which makes obvious sense, being part of her character development because now she has come with terms of not being someone who's just so effing impulsive all the time. Which is I think what Kaizen was saying, like one of the biggest criticisms she had, because she had literally no impulse control. Like she was like an effing pendulum, way too all over the place. And I think this whole thing is going to make her more grounded. Uh, and it's unfortunate because it seems like the team, as a result of her last impulsive action, wants nothing to do with her, which goes back to what I was saying. You make mistakes, they have consequences that are going to impact everybody. Like you can't be just doing impulsive ish and then expect to get a slap on the effing wrist. Like that's not how things work. Um,
1000% agree.
yeah. Then that leads to now we also know based off the trailer that we also know that um now that Shroud has the I can't remember what that word the thing is, the power source for the Mecha Man suit. He's using it to cause as much problems as possible. I'm under the assumption that he used that ish as like a formula to like give other heroes like power boosts or to power their weapons. That's my assumption. I'm gonna give it a buck. Because he came out that joint, like his people came out that joint with like effing guns blazing, which I think is what is the power source for their weaponry. That's my personal take.
I really agree.
Any thoughts, guys?
I think the next episode they're gonna have even heavier firepower than they already had.
Um,
Yeah,
also,
I think they're gonna have much crazier firepower. Somebody might even
yeah,
die. High key.
I think Flambe is gonna die.
Lambe.
I think the finale is gonna do the thing where it's gonna let you choose who's gonna die.
One shall stand. One
Yeah,
shall.
like you're gonna pick who's gonna like you like it's probably gonna be one of those like Robert can only like pick up and save one person from the rubble and the other person dies. Like that type beat. That's what
Think
my
so.
expectation is. But
Mm,
even the last line, even though I keep saying good acting, Water Boy, uh heroes of the past. I don't know. I don't know what my thoughts are on that. That's just such a big like that's just such a broad sentence to me. Like, what do you mean by they're the past? No, but like, do you mean they're the past in the sense of like they've done their job and now villains are taking over? Do you mean that we need to have a new world order? Do you mean that we need to have a new society, new rules? Heroes aren't doing their job. Like, what do you mean? Like, do you mean that we need to like like everyone needs to have their own gun and they're gonna protect their own life? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, there's so many different ways his ideology can go in that way. Like, it's just a broad statement. I mean, it's broad, not in the sense of like he's saying heroes need to go, but broad in the sense of like, okay, what do heroes need to go? What do you what replaces them? What replaces that hero symbol now? That's what I mean. So I'm dead. I'm looking at it now. Even dispatch sells. Let's give me one sec, guys. Dispatch sells. Dispatch superhero game sells 1 million copies in 10 days.
Damn. Is this game really that good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Too much of a Telltale gamer, but I'll try it. I'm making every wrong decision. I bet. I'll make the worst possible decisions. I don't mind.
Everything must go.
Everything and everybody getting packed up. Friend, foe, doesn't matter to me. They're
Friend
all
or
gonna be in
foe,
body. They're all gonna be in body bags when I'm done.
they all shall know pain.
This
I
is
Waterboy. Yo, when Robert said,
all what?
"I
All what?
Waterboy,
8
let's see what you
episodes
got."
out? How long is each episode, more or less?
Yeah, 20, 30 minutes. I Waterboy, let's see what you got. Robert. So stupid. You know, if he did a stuttered like Robert. Waterboy, Waterboy. No one wanted to know me until I put on this mask. My God, it's funny. I'm dead. Yo, you're having way too much. You're having way too much fun with this. That's a bar, bro. Cleaning up society. Oh my God. It's time to wash down the heroes. Their time their time in the water is over. I thought you were just a janitor. I was. Now I'm cleaning up even more poop. I'm looking at one right now. That actually kind of, bro, yo, bro. Oh my God, we will literally spend a whole hour doing different ad libs for quotes, bro. How the Robert, now you got me stuttering, bro. Now you actually got me real. Robert. I've been washing these windows the whole time, and you still haven't seen who I really am? Who's the one that's really dirty? Let's clean those lenses so you can see the truth, Robert. That's so stupid. It all made sense to me. It's such a pivot, yo. It all made sense to me. Oh my god. Oh my god. You like water, Robert? Yo, get out of here. Robert. I don't know why you're so angry with me. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just part of society's washed up problem. Right, Robert? That's why y'all hired me to clean up the mess. Why is he crashing out so fast? Oh my god. In a bucket, Robert. A bucket. I learned something that night. It's crazy. I learned something that day, Robert. You can either stay in the bucket or you can get out of it. And I chose to get up, Robert. Oh my god. Robert, let's get down to business. We're off the clock. It's time to get personal. Oh my god. All right. I'm calling it. This is where I'm gonna end here. I'm weak. Stop. 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 Robert, you thought some mere blood was gonna stop me? Go wash yourself up. Yo, you really now you're gonna really want him to be water boy now, bro. Because like I'm looking at the Incredibles quotes. They said to me, they said, "Go home, water boy. Go home, water boy." I remember, Robert. I told your father. I said, "I'm your number one fan. I can help." And you know what he told me, Robert? You know what he told me? He said, "Go home, water boy." Um, Dad, don't worry, Robert. I can be super too. Yo, this actually, if he said this, this would be a bar. See, now you respect me because I'm a threat. That's the way it works. Who's Mecca now, Robert? All right, I'm done. Oh, washed up, Robert. Actually, that actually would be a great hero. And once the world is wet, no one will be dry, Robert. That's crazy. That's what Sound to Human said in your chat, bro. That's crazy. Go dry off, buddy. I swim alone. Go dry off, Robert. I swim alone. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I'm dead. Okay, I will chat. I will spend like literally the next hour and a half with Kaizen making actual ad lib quotes. So I will leave. I will spend the whole hour just saying the most random ish. Oh my god. Robert, do you know how to swim? Well, you're gonna learn today. No, my fan theory is that if he is Shroud, this whole time he's been able to control his powers. He just been acting like he can't. So now he's gonna actually like use them and watch he insta flood the whole building. That'd be crazy. No. And then like Robert just like literally
Yeah.
like oh my god, we need to work at dispatch. Dispatch, hire us. So here's my fan theory, right? He gets into the dispatch building. He runs into Robert.
That would
Robert's
be
like, "You
crazy.
can't keep getting away with this." He's like, and then he does the quote that you said earlier. Uh, and then he insta floods the building, and like Robert's like in the like the building is like literally like completely like flooded in water, like not like by the up to the knees, not to like the chest, like it's like literally to the ceiling, like everyone's drowning in the water, and like you just have Shroud, aka Waterboy, just walking through the water because he can control it around him, and he's walking towards Robert and choking him. That actually would go crazy. That would actually go crazy.
That would go crazy.
Yo, dispatch, hire, whoever,
Wait, could you guys hear me earlier, or like can y'all now just hear me? Because it'd be crazy. Chat. Oh my god.
who made it? Ad hoc 80. How do you pronounce this?
I don't know.
Ad hoc studio. Yo, ad hoc studio. Like at me, bro. I'm coming up with like some like peak ideas over here.
You're not special, Water Boy. You're just another villain. That's easy to say, Robert, when you don't even have powers. I watched you get accepted from the closet. Everyone went out, and where was I? Sitting in a bucket. Now you all can drown.
Now you all can drown. Such a simple sentence.
So much ore to it.
Yeah. No, I want him to insta flood the building and Robert's drowning, and then this dude just walks up to him in the water. That's drowning Robert. That actually would go crazy.
Know something, Robert? You know why I always have tears? It's not because of my powers. That's how my life has always been.
Yo, please give Shazaz a 2-minute timeout. He said the world will know what it's like to be moist.
What?
That's what he said in the chat. He's saying this in the Shroud Waterboy voice, like Robert. Now the world will know what it's like to be moist. I don't like that. I don't like that Shazaz. I don't like that at all.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like that at all.
You
I don't
can
like that
get
at
your
all.
suit, Robert. I'll even let you get a head start. Let's see how long you can hold your breath.
That kind of goes hard.
That does. It's like, Water Boy, I understand your frustration. I can't feel Kakashi. I mean, I
dead.
can't feel Robert.
Robert, I've been drowning in this world my whole life. Now it's your turn. I really gotta go. I will stay here with you and do this for like an hour, bro.
I spent my whole life drowning in puddles. Now it's your turn.
No. I spent my whole life drowning in puddles, and now it's your turn to drown in the ocean. Goodbye, Robert.
Goodbye. Water style, water dragon juice.
Oh my god.
All right, chat. We're gonna I'm gonna edit this down, and
Because like, bro,
we're gonna come up with this Robert parody. We're gonna come up with this Waterboy parody. I'm fully invested now.
We will do this all a night, bro.
What if Waterboy is Shroud? Like, I'm gonna get on that. If I can get enough voice lines for AI, trust and believe, I'm gonna get on that. I'll voice act that shit myself, bro. There's no way.
Oh, so your fast man Chase finally breathed his last breath. Huh. You want to experience that too, Robert? Water expansion.
What's that fire guy's name?
Flambe.
Flambe.
I think it's Flambe. Either Flambe or Flambe. I can't remember.
I could see him making fun of him being his last mistake. What are you going to drown us? No, just you. Just drowns that nigga instantly. Just
No, he puts his. It's gonna be the weirdest thing ever. I'm gonna say this. He's just gonna put his hand near that dude's mouth and just blow up his head.
engulf his full fucking head in water.
That would actually be. He just like literally takes his hand, puts it in front of this man's mouth, and just keeps going, like keeps putting like I said, he get instant flood. So he's just gonna instantly blow up this man. Like, Waterboy is not a force to mess with, bro.
I'm telling you, if he wanted to be a villain, he really could instant kill things. I believe it.
He'd be good at it too. I really hope it's Waterboy now. Oh my god.
Was that enough of power for you guys? The stutter too would be crazy. All right, chat. All right, take y'all asses on. I got editing to do and work tomorrow. W streams. I'm gonna see y'all Wednesday for the dispatch stream. The final episode. I wonder what the fuck is gonna happen, man. Drop y'all predictions on the latest vid. Check out Hoshi Wolf on the YouTubes.
Oh my God, that's funny.
So I'm gonna be dropping a lot of dispatch retrospectives this whole week, next week. It's gonna be dispatch. I'm trying to slither my way out of the anime game niche. I have a chance now. I'm gonna take it. Fuck that shit. If we can slither our way into the dispatch neighborhood, then we can stay in that relative retrospective. I'd rather stay there. I want to stay there. So plus get more views. But
Kaizen. You thought you could wash all the views away?
yo. Oh my god.
Silly Kaizen. Only I can plunge the algorithm. Only I can plunge it.
Head ass.
I'm gonna leave now. See you, chat.
Later.